It's Vablonsky again. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm visiting a neighborhood hangout, a vendor inside a local food hall. This spot is ostensibly Vietnamese, but it's influenced by other Asian traditions and the owner's own Asian American roots. It's contemporary and eclectic, but still recognizably Vietnamese. And its name, which includes the word Balo, pays homage to the backpacker culture in Southeast Asia. Join me on this culinary journey. I guarantee it's going to be delicious. All right, thank you so much for joining me today on another episode. Today I'm in Annandale, Virginia, and I visited The Block. It's a famous food hall, a well-known local food hall here in Northern Virginia, and it's a place that I've gone to many times, this food hall. I've enjoyed the food there. It's kind of a local spot, and one of the main vendors in the food hall, it's not a big food hall, there's only a handful of vendors, but the main one, I would say the anchor of the food hall, is a place called Balo Kitchen. And it's a place that I've frequented before and have eaten there many times. Their menu has a few mainstays, but it changes a lot. They get creative. And Balo is a Vietnamese word, I believe, that means backpack. So it's kind of like Western influenced, kind of Western tinged backpacker food for the kind of like expatriate crowd. It's that kind of food. So you have the Vietnamese influence, but you have influences from Southeast Asia, Chinese food, again, Western influences. So it's kind of an eclectic mix at Balo Kitchen. Backpack or backpacker food, as it were, to honor, to pay homage to the backpacker culture in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, and so forth. And so at Balo Kitchen, I got a few things to try. And let me get started. The first thing is a Vietnamese-inspired item. It's a banh mi. It's a crackling pork, crispy or crackling pork banh mi. I don't think I've ever had this before, a crispy pork banh mi like this. Yes, I'm looking on the inside. I see the pork belly, obviously, chunks of crispy, crackling pork belly. Yeah, it has chunks of crispy pork belly and some sort of spread, or maybe multiple spreads of sorts, and it has the usual kind of accoutrements, the kind of medley of daikon, maybe, and carrots, and certainly some, what is that, cilantro. And okay, well, let me close it back up and take a bite. Wow. And you can see there's a fatty protrusion of fat and some meat that I bit into, but I'm going to have to take multiple bites to kind of work my way into it and to get an impression of it. Wow. Wow, this is the thickest, most robust banh mi I think I've ever had in my life. Wow. Might be the heaviest banh mi I've ever eaten too. This thing is substantial. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. I got deep enough to really find my way into the pork belly meat, but I got into the skin too, and it's crispy as heck. Wow. Wow, I've never had a crunch and crisp like that in a banh mi before. I got an order of fries. I believe the fries goes with the banh mi. In following the backpacker tradition and the Western influence, I think the fries goes with the banh mi. Like fries and a sandwich. But I don't think it went with the other things I ordered, the 2 rice bowls, which I'll show you in a moment. So yeah. Oh, there's a coating on the fries. Some sort of coating, and they look kind of medium sized, the fries. They're not slight, or they're not thick, they're not like wedges, so they're kind of in between. Mmm. Wow. Wow. Wow, yeah. Some sort of seasoned fry. They're really good. Crispy and potatoey. I don't think I've ever had fries with the banh mi before. Again, I think it's a nod to the Western influence in the backpacker culture. Maybe they sell fries with banh mi's to expatriates in Vietnam. I don't know. Or to, the Western tourists. There's nothing particularly Vietnamese about the fries. They just taste like standard seasoned fries, these are really crisp and delicious, and these are good fries. They did an excellent job on these fries. Mm. The cashier, the clerk, said that this was a good thing to order. So this is the beef rice bowl, and let me just kind of agitate it a little bit. It has lumps of beef and some crispy onions, some shallots, and a fried egg, which is extra. I asked for a fried egg, and some greenery. Looks like some sort of greens or salad, and then tomatoes. I guess let me try a piece of beef to begin. Wow, that is delicious beef. Wow, wow. Or maybe it's called steak and rice. I forget. I think it's not beef and rice. I think it's steak and rice. Whatever. It's delicious. Oh, let me get some rice. I think the rice is obscured by all the toppings on top. Mm. Onions. Wow, these lumps of beef are delicious. They're tender, but they're not overly tender. Like they're not, like overly softened in any way. Sometimes in Chinese cuisine, you can have beef that's overly tender because they just basically blast it over velveted, and you lose some of the texture of the meat itself. They use baking soda. I don't think they've done that here. I don't know how much of that velveting method is used in Vietnamese cuisine, and maybe you wouldn't use it anyway in lumps of steak, or maybe you would. I don't know, but I think the inspiration for this dish might be that Vietnamese dish called shaky beef, which is a beef dish using kind of cubed beef like this. Wow. That is delicious. Wow. Mm. That tomato I just ate was really good. It kind of added in a little bit of acidity and vibrancy to the beef as I was chasing the beef with the tomato. I don't know if you're supposed to eat the contents together or one at a time. Ooh, I don't know what to do. Let me. Oh. I guess one way to go at it is just to chase each element with another element. Wow. Egg. Wow. I should note too that it's not just plain rice. The white rice, the jasmine rice, is cooked in chicken broth, so there's a chickeny flavor to the rice. It's not just plain rice. There's a chicken essence infused into the rice, which I like. Really adds a depth to the meal that wouldn't otherwise be there. The beef itself, if I haven't mentioned, has this kind of a soy, I don't want to say glaze. It's a very, if I use the word glaze, it's very light. I think it's called the classic flavor. If you look at the menu, I think you have a choice of different ways that they can prepare the beef or the steak, as it were. The classic way is this way, which is with a soy flavor. My next item is a rice bowl also. This is the lemongrass rice bowl, and let me look at it. Yeah, it has pieces of chicken. I think it's white meat, or no, it's thigh meat maybe? And it's really pasty looking. It has a deep infused lemongrass appearance, and there's some pickled greens. There's some scallions, and maybe just plain scallions, maybe some sort of scallion oil. Oh, this piece has some scallions and pickles on it, I think, and some skin even, I think. Oh. Wow. Wow. That is delicious. Wow. Wow. Lemongrass chicken is a classic Vietnamese dish. But then, the scallions, that's some sort of oily scallion, maybe some sort of modified scallion oil. By modified, I mean their version of scallion oil. So you got it kind of like a marriage between Hainanese chicken with the scallion oil, and then the lemongrass chicken here, and I can see scarring on the chicken, kind of blistering from the grill. So it's grilled lemongrass chicken, and it has a nice deep flavor, very tender meat. This is delicious. Wow. And on that last bite, I did manage to get some greens. Those pickled greens are really bright, mildly acidic, mildly sour. A great compliment to the lemongrass chicken. Again, you can see the char marks on the chicken. Yeah, I think the chicken is skin on. It's kind of marinated and lathered in a lemongrass paste, some sort of lemongrass marinade, and then slapped on the grill. And then, you know, it's thrown in the bowl with the greens. I think they're pickled mustard greens and the scallion oil or the scallion sauce. Oh, I think I need a piece with just a lot of scallions, I think, and chicken. Oh, 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 here it is. Lots of scallions and chicken. Wow. Wow. You got two traditions going on. Two potent punches to the mouth. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. The scallion oil sauce and the lemongrass marinade. Wow, you get both. You get best of both worlds in that. Wow. And this rice that's infused with the chicken broth or the chicken essence is really nice. It's really a much better accompaniment than just plain white rice. Mm. And the pickled mustard greens, wow. This is excellent. You know, in filming an episode featuring Balo Kitchen, I wasn't trying to get overly ambitious. I just wanted to take my viewers to a local spot that I've gone to many times that deserves a little bit of attention because they do an excellent job with this, you know, quote unquote backpacker food, Balo Kitchen. And I'm glad I went there today, and I enjoyed it thoroughly for a nice quick meal. On a kind of a brisk, sunny afternoon. And I want to thank you for joining me. And please leave a comment in the comment section about anything that I ate today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for joining me. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.